All right, welcome to this episode of My VA Disability Claim. Helpful Veteran, brought to you by the Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute. As always, today we're going to talk about the respiratory conditions, right? And this is how you file series. We're just walking you through, giving you a walkthrough, showing exactly how we file the claim, right? From deciding on what to file to evaluating, is it strong, is it weak, to the rating schedule, what are they looking for, to the 3-element statement, how can we lay it out simply, and then we just copy and paste that and put it right on the form, right? We try to keep it simple, try to keep it useful. Today, what we're talking about, respiratory conditions, right? Specifically, the one that we're filing is allergic rhinitis. You have sinusitis as well. You got sleep apnea as well. You got COPD, right? I saw a lot of that back when I was filing claims. So there's different respiratory conditions, but again, we're going to show you how to find it on the rating schedule and how to put this claim together for this specific scenario, right? Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, comment, subscribe. If you have other conditions you want to see us make a this is how you file for, put it in the comments, right? Put it in the comments. We appreciate all the kind words. We appreciate all the questions. We appreciate the community helping each other out, right? It's a beautiful thing. Simple, useful information. All right, so we're going to take you through the rating schedule and then show you how we put together that 3-element statement. Okay, so here we are at that rating schedule. All right, this rating schedule, again, it's like the teacher telling you how they're going to grade the test before you have to turn in the test, right? Like knowing exactly what you need to do to get an A. And you can access this rating schedule just by going to Google, right? It's the 38, see Title 38, Code of Federal Regulations, 38, CFR, Part 4, right? Like that's what you would put in Google, and it'll bring you here, 38, CFR, Part 4. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're filing for a respiratory condition, allergic rhinitis really, but we put that respiratory condition language in there just in case we have other respiratory conditions, right? And we don't want to have to do additional filing, so we just put respiratory conditions to include but not limited to allergic rhinitis. That's magic language right there, baby. So we just search for allergic. Look at that, boom, pops up. We do the Control F function, that's the find function. Control F, the box will pop up, type in the term you're looking for. We found it. And what we do is take this language and put it on that 3-element statement to make sure we're giving it to them exactly how they want it, right? So for allergic rhinitis, with polyps, 30%, right? Have these symptoms, get this rating. Have these symptoms, get this rating, right? So 10% without polyps, but with greater than 50% obstruction of nasal passage on both sides, or complete nasal obstruction on one side. Complete obstruction, I threw a nasal myself, right? That means you stopped up, right? You stopped up all the time because of this allergic rhinitis, all right? If folks are experiencing this, file the claim for it, especially if you're around burn pits or other kind of hazardous chemicals for an extended period of time, right? So here rating schedule, all we do again, take this language, put it onto the statement, and then we copy, paste that statement right onto the claims form, right? VA form 526, easy. We're gonna jump to that right now. All right, so here we are. Now, all we did from the Before You File Guidebook, we took those answers, put them in that 3-element statement template, and then from there, we got this example, right? We try to keep it simple, try to keep it useful, and we're laying this thing out 1, 2, 3. We just showed you, come from the rating schedule, find out what they're looking for, add it to the statement. All right, bing, bong, biddy. And then last but not least, thank you for your time on this matter. It's a person who's going to read this thing. Now from here, we copy, paste it, put it on the actual form. Let's go. 526, easy, right? Here we are at that VA claims form. You can just Google this form as well. All these forms, all this stuff that we talk about, public information, all right? So what we're filing for is that respiratory condition of allergic rhinitis, but we're going to phrase it as respiratory condition just in case we have other respiratory conditions, right? So the current disability, respiratory condition, due to exposure or event, burn pits. Explain how the disability is related to the in-service event or exposure. Frequent exposure caused the condition, right? That's what we're claiming. Frequent exposure to burn pits caused this respiratory condition that we're currently experiencing. Approximate date disabilities began or worsened April 2020, right? So as we were stationed on the base and in that environment where we were being frequently exposed to the burn pits, all right? This one is pretty straightforward, all right? Keep it simple. There's a lot of information above this. This is page 11. A lot of information above this, but we go straight to the claim form, all right? Now, we're gonna jump over to the statement. That's the 4138. That's where we lay it out. 1, 2, 3, right? First element, second element, third element, right? That's what you gotta prove in order to get this claim approved. So, let's do it. And last but not least, here we are at the statement. This is what I call the magic language, all right? This joint, hey. I'm telling you, man, this joint is nice, baby. All we do before you file Guidebook, take those answers, put them into the template, make the adjustments, right? Look at the rating schedule to get that final little oomph. Add that to the statement and then copy and paste it right here, huh? Check this out. I, veteran's name, am filing for a respiratory condition to include, but not limited to, allergic rhinitis. Letting them know this is what I'm filing for. This condition is a result of breathing in hazardous chemicals that took place while I was in the service. Letting them know this is an in-service event or in-service exposure. While stationed at XY base from April 2020 to June 2021, I had daily exposure to burn pits. I have included documentation showing my time stationed at XY base. You could also include like the burn pit notifications as well, but that's the evidence of the in-service event, right? There's 3 elements: in-service event, current medical diagnosis, Nexus. And you're gonna need evidence for the in-service event, evidence of a current medical diagnosis, and evidence of Nexus treatment. I tried to land that joint, did not land it. So you're gonna need evidence of an in-service event, evidence of a current medical diagnosis, and evidence of that Nexus, all right? I have suffered from this condition since I separated from service. That's the Nexus. We're addressing the Nexus. I have medical records showing that I've been treated for a respiratory condition since I separated service. Nexus. I received medical treatment in August 2022. Here you go. And January 2024. Here you go. Medical records, evidence supporting that Nexus. Because of this condition, I experienced nasal obstruction on one side, and I experienced more than 50% obstruction on both sides. Right? That's all we're doing. Evidence of current medical diagnosis and also the symptoms, right? So you want to make sure these things are in our records, backing up each of these elements. But this right here is the layup, right? This is that simple. Hey, learn the information, use the information, and if you deem it to be valuable, why wouldn't you share the information, huh? Share the information, man. Look at the rating schedule, understand what you need to do. Easy format. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have an incredible day, huh?